Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm going to try and play some more Path of Exile 2. Now, I apologise for the colour issues on the last one. I'm still learning how to play in HDR and stream in SDR. I've done some research and I think I fixed those colour grading issues, so I will pay some attention to the stream after it's played. It was still watchable, it just didn't look very good. Believe me, that was not a problem with the game, that was a problem with my streaming settings, and I think I fixed that now. So let's try and log in, and I am going to continue to play Felquine. Now remember, this is a game that I am taking slowly. So I now have a currency tab. So that did work. So what can go in the currency tab? Let's pull these out. So let's call this currency. I'm not making it public. Hey Keith. I'm glad it looks a bit more. So, hopefully... So this is not a currency. That's a currency, that's a currency, and that's a currency. Do I have anything else that would be a currency? This is loading very slow, but... So I couldn't buy it in-game. But I could buy it... Don't know... Okay, well, it's seeing my coins now. So that's all. Oh, that's right. You buy tabs with... this is adding folders. And there's settings here. I am going to remove the folder, but I don't think I've got anything else that can go into currency at this point. But I've got some orbs of... So what it doesn't show me what the other things are, but there'll be a whole heap of... I don't know what these are. I'm assuming, like, I can't put stuff in them. That's the wrong type of item. Is this currency? Yes. So scrolls of wisdom are currency. Yeah, I can already see that the stream looks better. Now, I do want people to tell me if my camera is in a terrible position. I've kind of done the best I can. I know it's blocking some of it, but it's not blocking everything. I don't think I want to put it in the top left. I don't know if that'll be better or not. We'll see how we go. Okay, so what I am wanting to do is I want to travel to the Grellwood. I'm just going to walk through and kill some stuff and try and remember how to play. Now, the interesting thing I did notice is I think these are not unlocked, because I did notice some people had... I have had some things like putting new things in here, but I think you have to unlock these. I've seen some people talking about some basic... Oh, this is a Clearfell, not Grellwood. Yeah, sorry, wrong place. So I can teleport to the Grellwood using the waypoint. It's still got my portal to the Red Veil, which is interesting. The portals persist. That's an interesting thing. So this is the Red Veil. This is the Grellwood. So let's go to the Grellwood. This is cool. And here's the hooded one anyway. Runic Seal? Let's talk to her first.
What happened here? Stab the spikes into the runewood markings.
Okay.
He's unconscious, but he's breathing. Though, this wound... We should take him back to Clearfell. He may be the only one who knows what truly happened out here. Stay safe, if you can.
And there's Una.
The wound. It should be fatal, but somehow he clings to life. I fear it will not be long until his song ends. He will never heal while the Count's binding still holds sway. Only by a Count's hand can this binding be released. I know an old tale.
Everyone does.
One that speaks of a ring we might be able to recover, buried 3 centuries ago in our ancient graveyard. A Count's signet ring, bearing his rune of authority. But how to reach it in time? Grim Tangle. The overgrown sinkholes and gullies that run beneath Ogham can lead you there. The path is dangerous, but go back to the Grellwood. Find the entrance. We shall see if the spirits of this land still have the will to see you through.
So there is a boss here called the Bramblegast that I have not defeated. Similarly, here there is a boss called Borough of the Rotten Pack. And I'm assuming because it's not grey. And there's the Mud Burrow, which I have done. So I've done the Rust King. This one I haven't done. So it's tempting to go to Clearfell and try and do Borough of the Rotten Pack. So I'm going to do that. Because I'm exploring. So you can hear her. Here she is. Quest item grants 10 to cold resistance. Right click to crush it, undoing the crones. So these are my resistances. So that gives me a permanent 10% cold resistance? Cool? Oh, I should have kept my...
Feel my wrath!
So you're going back to the village, lad? Now, you've probably been thinking this already, but we could do some proper smithing if you manage to bring back our tools. They should still be near the forge, right where I left them. Bring them here, and we'll set up a bench. Some honest work might do wonders to lift our spirits. Stick to the cairns.
Travel to Ogham Village. That's a long way away. But I've now killed Byra of the Rotten Pack. That's cool. This is good. I like this. But I probably should have been carrying my Scrolls of Wisdom. So I can... So I'll equip those instead. So I want to talk to Una.
Hello.
Disenchant items. I want to disenchant those, which will get me 2 of those. And then I want to buy a
I've
sell,
collected
and I
these
want
over
to sell
time. It's
those.
beautiful. I accept.
Okay. This is... this is going to take me some time. And one of the things I'm learning is I can absolutely take the time to out-level something. So if I'm struggling, leave and come back.
Tower! Need mana. Tower!
Strength is an attribute required with most equipment that grants armor as well as various melee weapons. Strength does not grant damage to skills or any other benefits except specifically stated.
Crush them!
Slow and steady. Return to the entrance of Grim Tangle in Grelwood. The size of these items make them incredibly tricky to like, I don't know if that... I don't know if that has the chance to be better. It doesn't look it, does it? Because I rolled the 47% increased physical damage. So I think that was a waste of those shards, but I'm learning. And those shards don't drop very often, so that was a waste, and I kind of screwed up.
Become dirt!
Ooh, jittery. Why is the game so jittery? I'd seen options for displaying Like, is that... saying that I'm just on 30 frames per second, which strikes me as odd. Because my graphics settings... my target frame rate is 60. I don't know. But it's jittering like mad. Apparently in this game it is possible for
I've no more room.
you to pick up it is possible for you to pick up stuff that is not appropriate. Like, it is possible for you to pick up stuff for classes that aren't... Like, I've heard that it is possible for like a fighter to pick up a staff and try throwing spells and stuff. They're not very good at it, but I imagine, because that's not what their points lead to. But it is possible.
Yes.
So do I want... You know what?
Bye.
No. What I should do is take that out and that out, put that in and that in, and have a two-handed weapon and then my sword and board.
Hello. I like to hold on to bit. Oh, I like this one. Stay safe.
Hey,
if you
Eric.
can.
I mean, I should probably use this. But I don't have enough strength. And I don't know how to get... Like, apparently you don't get strength by leveling. Which is not something I'm used to. I don't know that I'm getting it figured out. But I'm... Oh, I can get to the Grim Tangle through here? Okay.
There'll be no passage here. For now.
If the Fae spirits are still watching, I believe they will help us. Please, wait a moment.
I haven't had a boss fight yet, or a big boss fight yet, so that's why I'm less stressed so
Magic
far.
still thrive. The way's open. Please, hurry.
Hopefully, Eric, also you might be able to
For a
confirm
moment,
the graphics are looking better
everything
and less
felt
faded out.
alive. Return to death.
Because there was a setting I had to change for streaming in order to fix the fact that I'm on HDR. This is really jittery though. Yeah, not using sword and board is really chewing through my health a lot faster. Oops. Yeah, this is feeling really jittery. I don't know why. I'm wondering if it's server-based? I can't imagine so. Ow. Yeah, I don't know why this is so jittery all of a sudden. It wasn't at the start of the play session. OBS is not having a problem.
Quickly! My family has been abducted! That bastard tyrant Praetor Draven! He's taken my family hostage! They're being held somewhere beyond these gates. I never thought he would stoop this low. I sent for reinforcements, but it's been so long. I must get through the gate. The keys! Where are the blasted keys? I believe those cowards took them.
I will gladly honor this request.
Well, don't just stand there. Get on with it.
Shatter!
Oh dear. What level is this? I'm here, which is monster level 7, which is what I am. So, gonna struggle a little because...
Yes? Please. Another for my collection. Thank you. Goodbye.
So, my currencies are improving. Now, apparently these stack to 30, but apparently in a currency tab they stack to a lot more. Now, the currency tab cost me some of the currency that I got when I bought the early access, but that's okay. You don't need the currency tab to be in order to play the game.
Dodge this! In the right hands, this could forge something truly exceptional.
Ow! Got to watch out for them. Okay, things have gone terribly wrong here. Exalted Orb. Augments a rare item with a new... Okay. Yeah, I get it, Keith. I mean, I just appreciate that you decide to keep me company. I mean, I think it's awesome that you find this entertaining. At some point I should stop picking up white items, but they're still like worth like 10 or 15 gold sometimes, and my gold is not going up hugely quickly. And again, I'm not racing. Glacial Rune. Okay. What is a rune? Place into an empty rune socket in a martial weapon or armor to apply its effect onto that item. Once socketed, it cannot be removed. So, for example, I could put it on the armor at 6, or an armor 12 cold resistance. So I could get a lot more cold resistance. Well, I don't have many of these things, so let's just do that. And now I get some cold resistance. Now, it can't be removed, but they're not dropping like candy. And, you know, I'll replace the item at some point soon anyway. And every little improvement's an improvement. So... There's an empty chest.
Crumble!
It's the penguin! Museum of the Crater. Enter the mausoleum.
Our victory is never complete, so long as the Ezamites resist us. Let this graveyard erase their stain on the land.
I mean, I can go in here, and if I fail, because it's a boss fight or something, what I can then do is I can leave and level up outside here a bit more. Didn't want to click on the waypoint, I just wanted to activate the waypoint, but...
This place has not been abandoned.
I just don't understand why it's so jittery. I like the... I'm liking the layouts and stuff. Can I do anything about the jitters? I mean, I've got a really good graphics card. Maybe if I lower the bloom? And it's still jittery. What I might do... I'm going to quit the game and go back in and see if it's... Ooh. Doesn't like that. Okay, it's less jittery so far.
Break!
Oh dear. He looks scary. Oops.
Don't pick up the items, whatever you do.
Yeah, the fact that these items are like often default to 4 high when your stat thing is so small is like, ooh, this is deliberately annoying.
Yes. Yes. Finn makes fun of my... Oh, I like this one.
These items are still worth a fair bit. And I'm getting little bits of stuff. I know the experts at the game would be laughing at how badly I'm doing, but... Oh, you zoom in and it takes you to... Wow, this game has a lot of scope, doesn't it? I mean, one of the things that they say about this game is it's huge. Another scroll of wisdom, good. You seem to need a lot of those, and they're not coming in at a huge rate. 34 gold. That's the biggest gold drop I've seen. Yes, because we want to teach people to hit courtesans with a hammer. %, mana recovery from flasks. I haven't been using flasks, have I? Oops. 6% increased charm charges. I have no idea what that means. You know, my gold is going up slowly. Am I playing this game too slowly? Maybe. But so there's Tomb of the Consort, there's Draven the Eternal Praetor, and Asina the Praetor's Consort in here, which I have not defeated because they're not grayed out, and I haven't found the Forgotten Riches. So there's... I like how it marks on here, there's special items to find. And if I come back, I could potentially find them while I'm a higher level. But at the moment, I'm kind of XP grinding as well, which is slow and steady.
Face me!
Or face away from me, either's good. I remember someone advising that mages should buy the best plate armor they could. Well, some games don't allow that. I have no idea what this game is, and as I said, I have no idea how this works. Another scroll of wisdom, I will take it. Ooh.
My satchel is full.
Whoa.
Okay. I have chosen poorly.
My satchel is full. I'm actually going to town portal, so it brings me straight back here and I don't need to find it on the map.
Sorry, I was just...
Okay, that was a bad thing to do, so let's sell, always sell first, is what I'm learning. Because that's worth 9, 8, 10, 5, 11, and 5. So there's actually not bad money to be made here. I mean, considering the rate that money is dropping...
Dodge this! creature!
I feel this is where I died last time. But it might have been here. Whew.
Hammer and anvil!
So when I died, it looks like one of the mobs that I was trying to kill ran away or something? The pace on this is so different, isn't it? There seems to be an area in the middle here, and I can't see how to get into it. Through here. Maybe. There's the checkpoint. This will be a boss fight. This is looking very boss fight-ish. I have regrets.
Soul for my collection. You shall die slowly. Cut down. Rend your soul. These spirits are mine. Cut down. Your soul is mine. Your meaningless life ends now. Rend your soul. Your meaningless life ends now.
Destruction!
Cut
Ooh.
down. The spirit's hunger. Your intrusion will be punished. Your meaningless life ends now.
Ow.
The Eternals will never surrender.
What?
I am your master.
down!
Okay, this is a comeback later thing, I think.
Succumb to the Empire. These spirits are mine! My beloved Asinia, your intrusion will be punished. Succumb to the Empire. Your intrusion will be punished.
Because I can't dodge all of that. Because he turns to face you and then hits.
Join me. At your request.
Shadow!
Asinia, join me. At your request. These spirits are mine.
I mean, there might be a way of dodging it all, but not with this build. Because I've got to get close to him, and if I get close to him, I immediately take all the damage. So this is a comeback later thing. But how much do I have to do? I mean, this was the thing that really pissed me off about... I mean, it was okay for a bit in Titan Quest, but in Titan Quest, you needed... It got to a point where in order to defeat the next boss, you need to... in order to defeat the next boss, you need to redo a whole bunch of stuff like dozens of times. So if I look at the map now and then click on here, the Forgotten Riches you can see is greyed out. But this guy I couldn't beat, and the tomb is below him, so I'm not sure how much more I can do. Like, that's this whole level done. So all that's left is the boss fight. So in order to progress, I need to do the boss fight. So let's see... I'm sorry, Eric?
A Karui soul for my collection. You shall die slowly. Your soul is mine. Cut down.
Hand anvil!
Your meaningless life ends now. Cut down. Your meaningless life ends now. Rend your soul. These spirits are mine. Your soul is mine. Rend your soul. Your meaningless life ends now. Rend your soul. Your meaningless life ends now. Cut down. Your soul is mine.
Ow.
Rend your soul. I will end your meaningless life. The spirits yearn.
Your intrusion will be punished. I will end your meaningless life. Your intrusion will be punished.
How do I avoid all of those attacks? He's way faster than me, and as you can see, I'm rubber banding.
Down. Your soul is mine. Rend your soul. Rend your soul. The spirit's hunger. Your intrusion will be punished. Succumb to the empire. Your intrusion will be punished. Your soul is mine. Your meaningless life ends now.
Yeah, I just can't hit him enough.
Perish. Rend your soul. Cut down.
So this is basically kiting the video game.
My beloved Asinia, rend your soul.
Your request. At your request.
So it's
Intrusion will be punished.
run in, try and get a hit, and then run around for 25 minutes doing nothing. So you can run in and try and get a hit.
Your meaningless life ends now.
Like, I don't mind boss fights taking a couple of minutes, but these are like 30-minute boss fights if you do them properly.
My beloved.
And you can't do them properly. Like, anytime I hit him, I take more damage than I do to him by a lot.
Your soul is
Like,
mine.
I didn't even hit him then. I ran in to do an attack, and he stunned me before I could do anything. How do you deal with this? There's no mechanic that I can see. It's literally, if I'm close, he swings.
Asinia.
I mean, it's not as if I'm running out of mana or anything.
A Karui soul for my collection. You shall die slowly.
Right, that was too early that time.
Dodge this!
Cut down.
See, I lost my attack because he hit me. So I try and attack him, and I didn't even attack, even though I did an attack. He interrupts the attack.
Rend your soul.
Again, he interrupted the attack. So you can't attack him.
Cut down.
Again, he interrupted the attack.
Your soul is mine.
So you wait until he attacks, so I attack again. He immediately interrupts.
The spirits yearn. Your meaningless life ends now.
So attacking him causes him to interrupt your attack. Not attacking him causes him to attack.
Your meaningless life ends now. Cut down.
So yeah, turning to face him in order to be able to attack causes him to do that interrupt attack.
A Karui soul for my collection. You shall die slowly.
meaningless life ends now.
Yeah, the second I pushed my attack button, he did that. So I'm attacking now.
Soul is mine. Rend your soul. The spirits yearn. Your soul is mine.
So his attacks are too frequent.
Cut down.
You can't get close to him to attack.
Your soul is mine. Cut down.
So my problem with this game, and it's a significant one, is there's no such thing as a difficulty creep
Soul is mine.
in order to learn how mechanics work or anything. There's no, here is a boss fight so that you can learn how boss fight mechanics work. It is immediately, have you spent 500 to 1,000 hours or more in Path of Exile? If you haven't, you don't know how to play the game. Path of Exile 2 requires you to have played Path of Exile for... It is not a game that can be played by new people.
Collection. You shall die slowly. Rend your soul. Your soul is mine. Cut down. Rend your soul. These spirits are mine. Your soul is mine. Cut down. I will end your meaningless life.
My attacks get interrupted and then I can't get away because my evade button gets broken by his attacks.
Your soul is mine. I will end your meaningless life. Cut down. Your soul is mine. The spirit's hunger. Your intrusion will be punished. I will end your meaningless life. Your intrusion will be punished. I will end your meaningless life.
So you have to stay close to
Command
him.
you,
I can't move. I am completely stuck.
Assyria.
I can't move. I am completely trapped. So you can't move if you get stuck. So if you dodge his attack by going near a corner, so you can't go near a corner or anything. So if dodging his stuff requires you to go near a corner, you've automatically lost. If he turns to face you and uses that ability, you've automatically taken damage you can't avoid.
Rend your soul. Your soul is mine. Cut down.
So the gaps in that are smaller than your character.
Cut down.
And you can't be behind him because he turns to face you to do it.
Down. Your meaningless life ends now.
And again, I'm trapped. I can't move.
Cut down. Your soul is mine. Rend your soul. These spirits are mine. Your intrusion will be punished.
See, the gaps in that are too small. And he's faster than me. If I stop to attack him, I take more damage than I do. So I just stopped to attack him once and took a third of my health.
Your soul. My beloved Assyria. Cut down.
Yeah, by the love.
spirit's hunger.
I haven't even tried to attack him in what, 15 seconds? I literally tried to attack him once, so I took, what, half my health?
To me, Asinia.
I don't understand. There is no mechanism in this game to teach a player how this is supposed to be done. Because there's no mechanism in the game to explain to a player how this is supposed to be possible. I can't attack him. I can't use sword and board, because if I switch to sword and board like this...
A Karui soul for my collection. You shall die slowly.
Like, I'm immediately
Soul is mine.
taking more damage and doing less.
Cut down.
Crush them!
Rend your soul. Cut down. Your soul is mine. I will end your meaningless life. Cut down. Your soul is mine. Rend your soul. Your soul is mine. These spirits are mine. Rend your soul. Your soul is mine. Cut down.
Raising my shield does nothing. I've tried it.
Your soul.
Yeah. Like, raising my shield doesn't actually block. His damage is unblockable. So I need to go away and level up until I massively out-level him. But in in areas where I'm massively under-level, the boss fights at level require you to have played hundreds or thousands of hours of Path of Exile.
Sorry, I was just...
Hang on, what's going on here?
Sorry, I was just... Please, take your... I will treasure it. Goodbye.
Yeah, if this is the way this is going to go, I'm not sure I like it. I mean, I like the overall speed and play of the game. Bramblegast. But I'm not... a fan of... I think I've already done her.
Break! No challenge!
Oh. I don't know what charm slots are. Yeah, I'm not a fan in a big way of something where it's we're now just going to ramp up the difficulty several thousand%
Dodge this!
without you understanding at all what might be wrong. It's like, is my build wrong? Is my gear wrong? Do I not understand the mechanics? Is there something the game just hasn't explained to me? Because, like, there's all sorts of stuff I'm encountering that I don't understand. And it really is feeling like what's happening is the people who've developed the game know intuitively how the systems work, so they don't realize that other people don't recognize intuitively how the systems work. And I will guarantee you this was probably... I would say this was never tested by someone who has never played Path of Exile 1. Which is why... like, it's giving you all of these things, but you don't know... Now, this was the area it said... like, there's this... the Bramblegast is in the Grellwood. And in the Grim Tangle, there's this druid as well. But there's the Bramblegast in the... and how do I tell where I am? I'm in the Grellwood. You can see up here, I'm in the Grellwood. Now, I'm level 9, and this is monster level 4, which is why I'm not getting any XP. Well, not much. Maybe not any, to be honest. Current XP 49,479.
Hammer and anvil!
Yeah, I'm getting like 1 XP per mob. And the fact that clicking on the mob causes you to run around the mob is also pretty stupid design. But I'm still looking... man, this is... I'm still looking for this Bramblegast. I'm back at the entry waypoint. Yeah, I'm not getting any XP from this. I'm the moving bramble.
The very groundwood turns against me. Hammer and anvil! This can't go on.
Okay. Medium life flask. Hang on, I've got an empty slot here. So what is the slot? So what's the point of that? I don't know what that is. See, it doesn't tell you anything about what that is. So rawhide belt is probably not going to be as good as that. So what was that? And now if I look at the map, we can see that he's been done. It's a little unfortunate that, yeah. So you ramp up with boss fights to like multi-phase boss fights with incredible number of phases as like the first or second thing that you
Finn
do.
makes fun of my collection. I will treasure it. It's beautiful. I accept. Sorry, I was just... These are just some odds and ends. Another for my collection. Thank you. Sorry, I was just...
Hang on. Oh, yeah. So I don't know what this is supposed to be. What is this? Nothing is telling me what this is. I'm assuming... Yeah, it's not something I can put a flask into. So this game is intractable. Like, I don't know what these slots are. Like, these are ring slots, but there's nothing to tell me what this is. There's no context menu to give me help. So, it unlocked this, whatever that is. There was no pop-up to tell me that that was unlocked, and I don't know what it is. So, what's the point in unlocking something? Yay? Thank you? Maybe? I don't understand. I keep hitting M for map. So I've done all this, but in the Grim Tangle there's the Every the Rotten Druid. So let's go to the Grim Tangle. You're welcome. I hope you find something entertaining here, because I have to admit, this game I'm really not sure about. Because I think it's a situation where it's like, you made a wrong choice when you picked your path on this. And because you made a wrong choice when you picked your path on this, you are now doomed to failure. Or something. I don't know. Like, if you make a wrong choice without knowing what choices are good or why, you're instantly doomed. At least I'm getting some XP in. I'm glad you found the channel. There's a couple of things on this channel that I highly recommend. The No Man's Sky stuff is good, and there's a new No Man's Sky expedition starting in, I think, 4 days. So I'm looking forward to that. Although it's a weird one. Apparently it's a survival expedition, and I'm not sure how I'm going to go with that one. I mean, I'll give it a try, of course. I'm hoping it doesn't have the mechanics of you did the wrong thing, therefore you're going to die. Like, as long as it doesn't have permadeath or anything, we'll see how it goes. So far, I enjoy Diablo 4 way more than Path of Exile 2. Because Diablo 4 communicates with its players better. I enjoyed Last Epoch a lot. Like, Last Epoch started treating its players badly about 30 hours in. This one seems to start treating its players badly about 2 hours in. As in, lots of assumed knowledge. I'm not heading for the Cemetery of the Eternals, I'm looking for the Druid. You have a good one, Keith. And look at the contrast on that. That's the same as Last Epoch. Everyone says, oh, you want an overlay map. No, you don't. If you're 20 and have perfect eyesight, you may want an overlay map. Games designed by 20 and 30-year-olds for 20 and 30-year-olds. Here's a checkpoint. So this is probably the Druid fight.
By Venomous! Is that the Wandering Druid?
Ooh, so he respawns us. That's cool. That's... I don't know how I teleported then.
Shadow! How many more will I have to kill before this is through?
All of them, I think. Exalted Orb. Yep, great. Regal Shard. Uncut Support Gem. I don't know, that one? So I've done both of the bosses in here now. I haven't done the bosses in the graveyard. No, I have to push this button. Oh man, this is definitely a slow and steady game.
Sorry, I was just elsewhere. I've collected these over time. What do you think? Another for my collection. Thank you. Sorry, I was just... Bye.
Look. Yeah, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Okay. I don't understand what the mod limit is. But I want to go to the Mausoleum. No, I don't want to go to the Mausoleum. I want to go to the Cemetery of the Eternals.
Hey? Where am I?
Feel my wrath!
But these have subsections. This doesn't. The Mysterious Shades. Search for the Count's grave in past the Memorial Gate, which I can't get past. And then there's Tomb of the Consort, which I've not been into. Does that mean if I kill the... consort first, the other fight gets easier? I mean, that would be cool.
My dearest daughter, beloved for all time.
I hope this isn't the tomb of the
Rest
consort.
well.
My beloved son. My beloved son.
So I got a ring, which I might be able to upgrade if I go back to town. Though I don't think I've got any of those items. I keep using them more than I should. This game definitely doesn't have the addictive properties, at least not yet, of most of the action role-playing games. Well, there's the tomb of the consort.
Let this be a testament for all time. The Eternal Empire stakes claim over this land, both in life and death.
So the tomb of the consort is here. So this is just another way in? Oh, it's a separate... Yeah, you can see this is separated. Interesting. So this is going to be another area that with another...
Graves.
She's going to summon him, which is going to be the problem. So whichever one you do first is going to summon the other one. Now, I couldn't beat him, but maybe I can beat her. I am stuck again. So the ring got extra life on it.
Okay.
I can't hit him. Uncut support gem.
I've no more room.
Whew.
Sorry, I've collected these over time. It's beautiful. Except... Oh, I like this one. Stay safe, if you can. Hello. I've collected these over time. Oh, I like this one. Stay safe, if you can.
Hey, Chip.
Hammer and anvil!
I firmly acknowledge there is a skill disconnect with this game, and I'm not very skilled at it. That's fine. But
My story continues.
this doesn't give me much, though. I don't know which way I think is good to go. Leggings. I love the way that boots are legs.
Shadow!
I get the feeling this is the boss fight. And I'm going to have a lot of trouble with it.
Your way has no place here, Karui.
Oh, she went the other way.
Destruction!
Right of the fourth moon. Conquer!
Wait, I'm slowed? That's not good.
Right of the fourth moon. Insolence. Right of the fourth moon.
Yeah, I am not getting through this.
Your soul is mine. Tormented dead. No escape. Insolent fool! Now you are mine forever. Insolence. Tormented dead. Your
Okay,
soul will not
so she
travel
traps
to your
you and then
halls of the
immediately
dead,
hits you
Karui.
for more than you can
It will
take.
stay right here with us.
Like, by the time that dropped, I was dead. Yeah. Introductory boss fights with 20 different mechanics are not introductory boss fights. If you're putting 20 boss, like, or even half a dozen
Your way
mechanics,
has no place here, Karui. Right of the fourth moon.
Dodge this!
no,
Conquer!
and she's shielding herself as well, so
Right of the fourth moon. Insolence. No escape! Right of the full moon. Wilt and rot. Conquer! Right of the full moon. Disturb me. I'll before me. No escape. Right of the
So she's shielding up again.
Shatter!
No escape. Right of the full moon. Wilt and rot.
So I'm barely touching her.
Tormented dead. Right of the
What was that?
conquer. No escape. Sacrificial soul. Conquer. Right of the fourth moon. Conquer. Tormented dead. No escape. Right of the fourth moon. Insert. Fool! Insolence.
When I go to half of the time when I go to attack her, she just teleports out of the way.
No escape. Just die already. Right of the fourth moon.
What's the point in having like 20-minute long fights
No escape.
as the introduction to your game?
Still. Wilt and rot. Draven, I need you.
So here comes him.
Prison of bone. Now, Draven, I need you.
And now I'm out of healing.
Right of the fourth moon.
And I have been dodging most of these big attacks.
To me,
It's just the incidental damage that she does. Because those are right on top.
now you are mine forever. Insolent fool. Right, Draven, I need you. Now, you are mine forever.
So he appears off screen.
To me,
So dodging his ability is nearly impossible.
wit and rot. Right of the fourth moon. Your soul
Yeah.
will not travel to your halls of the dead.
I was attacking towards her when she started that, so I had to move into it because I couldn't interrupt my attack. I tried to immediately turn and do the roll, but it still was in the middle of the attack. So, yeah. So, Well, the problem with this ignition is the game is designed for people who have hundreds or thousands of hours in Path of Exile. And if you don't, and you don't know the specific mechanics on how you use their interface in order to deal with those systems, you're done. And it's possible that somewhere in here I've picked a wrong option, or in here I've gotten something that I did wrong, or I got a bad RNG, or in, what is it, C? It's not C, but somewhere in the skills. Where was the skills? Somewhere in here I did a wrong choice. But if that's the case, it's like yeah, it does. This is crazy. I mean, look at some of this stuff. It's like, but I've been basically limited to this. So I picked some stuff that would get me through what was in front of me. But if picking the thing that is right in front of you is going to stop you being able to do something like 2 hours down the line, then isn't your game broken? And it, like, I agree, it could be a skill issue, but the game is throwing this sort of stuff at you 2 to 3 hours into the game, at which point you haven't had time to build up any skill. So please, so the game is basically saying, please have dozens or hundreds or thousands of hours of skill in the game, and we're going to require you to have that. Like, I'm less than 5 hours into the game, and I've been playing slow, and it expects me to have that skill already. Because this boss fight had, what? It's got the rings, it's got the cone she's throwing out, it's got the spikes and then the arrows from above. She summons him in. She's got her blade attacks. She's got... So there's 4 or 5 different things. Then they're all used in combo, and you've got to figure out how to deal with all of that. There's probably a couple I'm forgetting. So you have to know how to use the abilities you've got, which are, once you hit the button, you're locked in to deal with these short duration attacks without taking any damage. And you've got to build up the skill to deal with that in less than 4 hours. How? I don't... If you look at games even like World of Warcraft, where people spend tens of thousands of hours, at the beginning of World of Warcraft, the boss fights that you were being put up against were basically tank and spanks. And then after you had 40 or 50 hours in the game, they'd start introducing bosses with 2 or 3 different mechanics. And then after a bit longer, you'd get extra mechanics put in, to the point where after like hundreds of hours of gameplay, you would have multiple mechanics to deal with. Giving you 5 different mechanics to deal with that all happen at random times, so you have to prepare for it and be 100% ready for something that's going to happen off screen. And you're doing this 4 hours into the game when you're still not even understanding how the itemization or the skills or anything work. And if you've made a wrong skill choice in here somewhere, or in, is it here or in here somewhere, or there's also in the skills that you actually put your upgrades into, there's the, it's not passive skill tree, it's not the Atlas skill tree, that's a different thing. But each of these skills have different options as well that you get when you're putting skill gems in. So... And so when you're putting... There's skill gems that you put into these skills as well. And I don't even know how you see those. Oh, that's these. So whether if you put the wrong gem in, so have I put a wrong gem in? Have I picked a wrong upgrade on a skill? Like, because these get upgraded, or if I picked a wrong skill, so is this all wrong? Or like, I think they're expecting you, even though they're saying they haven't, I think they're expecting you to have put hundreds or more hours into PoE 1 for this game to be playable. Which is a real shame. And I would love to know that I'm wrong, but at which point I would love to know, how are you supposed to deal with this next thing in front of you? Because I've cleared everything here. I mean, the riverbank doesn't have a portal. I've cleared everything in the mud burrow. I've cleared all the bosses here. I haven't cleared these, which are the two bosses that I'm trying to fight. I hate how there's no back. I've cleared all the bosses here. I've cleared all the bosses. Yeah, so I've cleared all these bosses. There doesn't seem to be a back option. So there's the quest log. World. So how do I get back to the previous level of map? There. Okay, cool. So I'm literally up to the next thing I can do. I've done all of this. Everything else has been completed. These two boss fights are the only thing that is left for me to do. I've done the mud burrow. I've done all of this. They are all that is left, and I don't understand what the like, apparently one of these is done and the other one isn't, and I don't understand that either. But I don't understand what the difference is, or what the gap is that is making it that all of the mobs outside are basically one shot and the boss fight is 25 minutes of perfect execution. At this stage, if you are watching this and think, is this a game I want? My answer would have to be no. Diablo 4 is a better game. Now, everyone in the community says that's not true. Everyone in the community says that Diablo 4 is garbage and this is a phenomenal game. But you were watching this. Now, as I said, there is definitely a skill thing involved. But I was executing and hitting her whenever I was given the opportunity, and I was able to get her to 80% in more than 5 minutes. So it's a 20-minute fight if you execute it well. So what's the point in that? Why would someone who's been playing a game for less than 4 hours want to be spending at that point, like that's end game boss level. Like, at this point, our end game bosses 3 hours of perfect execution, at which point anyone over the age of 40 is never going to be able to do it. My hands won't do that. Like, I can't do a 20-minute boss fight without my hands cramping. I think I've got to basically email them saying, hi, take all my shit off me and I need a refund because I can't execute the boss fights because they take 20 minutes and my hands will cramp because I'm over the age of 50. Yeah, that is the thing. Everyone says, oh, you've got to get good. But what they're really saying is don't get old. I mean, I'm assuming all of these gamers who are playing this game want to die by the age of 50. Because I've done every bit of content up to this, and I can't get any further without defeating this boss. And I can't defeat this boss because a 20-minute boss fight is like a 20-minute boss fight. I would have thought would be like at the end of the game. It's like, okay, I won't do pinnacle bosses. Like I'll fight the game, I'll play the game through, I'll do the story, and I won't do the inspirational content at the end because I know I'll never be able to. I wasn't expecting the inspirational 20-minute boss fights to be less than 4 hours into the game. I mean, if I'm wrong, I just need to know how. This game needs to come with a warning. Be warned, you need to be able to hyper-focus for 25 minutes without any form of distraction or diversion or hand cramping or visual issues or anything. You need to be able to do 25 to 30-minute boss fights in the first 4 hours of play. I expected to bounce off the end game, or expected to bounce off the stages of this game at the end where sort of there were options that were, as I said, I expected to bounce off the end of the game. As I said, 20 minutes of perfection is fine for, okay, you've played through the campaign, you've done a whole bunch of endgame, and now we're expecting you to prove that you are an excellent player. But to do, like, I'm in Act 1, and I'm at the start of Act 1. Like, this is the first, my understanding is this is the first map of Act 1. Like, there is, like, I'm in the beginning sections of Act 1. Is my understanding. Like you do all of this and then there's another section and then there's another section and then you move into Act 2. Is my understanding. I'm in the beginning sections of Act 1 and already I'm expected to do 20-minute boss fights. That's really, really... I mean, it is the equivalent of turning around and saying, hello... Congratulations, you've got your driver's license. Now get in this racing car and go around this track without killing yourself. Oh, you can't do it? Well, you're now dead. And if you can't do it, tough. It's just dumb. Like, you've had your 50 hours on the road driving around in controlled conditions. Now drive at 3,000 or 300 kilometers an hour. And if you can't do it, well, that was dumb of you, wasn't it? It's stupid. Yeah, I think Grinding Gear games have done a real disservice. And yet this is going to win awards and be lauded as one of the best games ever created. I mean, the fact that it had 1 million people watching Twitch streams for this game before the servers even came up. No one will be able to say anything bad about this game publicly without being absolutely attacked. Diablo 4 is a better game. It is a much better game. because Diablo 4 actually allows you to learn the game as you play. This game expects you to have spent all of the time in PoE 1 first. Of course they are. And yet, the game has been out just over 24 hours. So how do people know? They've said themselves, in order to get out of the intro, you need to put in 30 hours of playtime. So why are people reviewing the game positively when you can't have been out of the intro yet? Anyone who's already given this a positive review on Steam is lying, because they can't possibly have played the game enough to experience the game systems. They're reviewing it based on the fact that they love PoE 1. And this is, I mean, it's what the world does. Yeah, I don't see a way out. Yeah, absolutely it is. It's PoE 1 players leaving the reviews. Any new person to the franchise is in for a real bad time. Because the only way forward I can see is for me to run inside here and just kill trash for another 4 or 5 hours until I get a few levels and are able to then attempt the bosses. Now, that as a playstyle is not something I've inherently been against, but it's not entertaining. And even then, I don't know that I'll be able to do it, because I don't know that the gear that will drop at those levels will be enough in order for me to actually skill up. But the difficulty level of those levels are level 9 and level 9, and I am level 10. And yet, it's still 20-minute boss fights. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose it is specifically designed that no one can go in and play your own way. You have to follow a guide. You have to know PoE 1. You have to do this isn't a game you can play. It is a game where you have to follow an exact script. And if you're not following the exact script, you are doomed. Like, you have to have picked all of these points exactly the way that you are told. You have to equip all of the items exactly the way that they need to be. You have to put all of the skills in exactly the way that they need to be. You can't look at it and go, actually, this looks fun, I'm going to try this. If I've picked these wrong options, I'm done. I'm going to take a break. I don't know if I'll come back to this in the short term. I really don't know. I was really looking forward to trying this. I did not expect it to brick wall this fast. And as I said, I'd love to know what I'm doing wrong. But you saw it. Every opportunity I got where I thought I was not going to take too much damage to insta-die, I was trying to put an attack in. I would take too much damage while I was putting any attack in, and she would take no damage. And while dodging all of her attacks was enough time for her to put her shield back up, and fighting him was worse. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, that's Really strange. Really, really strange. I honestly do not know. Don't know how this is supposed to work. Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, all of the PoE experts have been saying, you know, play the way you want, explore, figure it out, and all of that sort of stuff. It's not. If you pick a wrong option, you get to something like that, and you need to do a 20-minute boss fight, and you can't. So, yeah, it does not work. Really, really weird. I I have no idea what the options are. Well, hopefully the stream graphics are better now. I know on any game that supports HDR, I think I know what the settings are. I'll check all of that out. And yeah, I've got some more puzzles to record today, and we'll see how we go with playing some more games. I do want to go back to Cyberpunk, and No Man's Sky is releasing a new expedition soon. This might be a game I return to slowly but surely, but I think it's a lot like The Witcher. It's just stupidly designed for people who are in their 20s. It should come with an age warning. Really weird. Thanks everyone, and as always, good luck with your endeavours. Bye all.